I had the opportunity to sit down with Justice Hecht and interview him about the Court on the Road program, along with judicial activism and law school.
We instituted the program in 2011, and the purpose of the outreach program is to bring the court to communities across the state, to give the residents of Iowa, the people who live here, a better opportunity to see the court in action and learn more about not only the Supreme Court of Iowa, but the entire judicial system and how it works and how it serves the people of Iowa. And we've found that through the process of bringing the court to communities across the state, we've had an opportunity to really build on the civics education that all Iowans have enjoyed from school and help Iowans understand more about how the court system works. So since we started the program in 2011, we've brought the full court to 15 communities, and as part of that process, we've also been able to bring justices, individual justices, to 102 schools and universities across the state. By scheduling the court sessions at night, we give citizens the opportunity to come in and watch really how the Supreme Court works. And then as a part of that process, not just in the session itself where the lawyers come and present arguments to the court, but before and after the court session, folks in the communities have the opportunity to come in and actually visit with members of the court and discover that we're real people, just like they are. And it makes us accessible to the people, and it gives all Iowans the opportunity to understand how the court and the court system ensures fair and impartial justice to everyone. Life is a learning process, and it should never quit. And by traveling and bringing the court to communities, we make an opportunity available for learning that is otherwise much more difficult. Our court itself is in the Judicial Branch building in Des Moines, but it's very hard for most people to take a day off work and travel all the way to Des Moines and watch the court sessions. So by having this outreach program, it makes it much easier for people to learn about how the system really works. The fact of the matter is that the Iowa judicial system is not based upon politics. In fact, one of the important principles that we follow in the Iowa Judicial Branch is that judges are unable to participate in politics. And our role is about the fair and efficient delivery of justice to all Iowans. And so we don't really get involved in the process of political labeling and criticisms about judicial activism. Those are just words. And I think if people in the community of Storm Lake and surrounding areas come tonight and watch the court in action, what they'll see is that there are 7 members of the court who bring different backgrounds and experiences to the process, and each one of the members of the court works very hard to make fair decisions based upon the facts and the law, and not based upon labels or political parties and all the rest. The first piece of advice would be to study hard, work hard as a student, both at the undergraduate level and during law school, to develop your knowledge base. Learning to write well is extremely important. It's important both in undergraduate school and in law school, but particularly in law school. And then I guess I would also encourage students to try to extend their resume and broaden it in ways that might be attractive to employers. And then the other option that is always available to young lawyers, and that is being, in fact, followed by more and more young lawyers, is they're hanging up their own shingle, so to speak, and starting their own law firms. And that's an adventuresome kind of prospect, but more and more young lawyers are doing that and venturing out on their own to start their own firms.